What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of the Banner Saga. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and apparently murder some guys because they shot at me. I don't have a whole lot of rules in life, but I'm pretty sure one of the stronger ones is don't shoot at me. When you shoot at me, it makes me want to murder you. And so that's what we're going to do. I feel pretty good about it. Let's go murder some guys. We're pillaging, we're plundering, we're playing as Bulwark. I'm sure it'll be cool. Instead of Crewmere, we'll bring... So what items do we have out of curiosity here? Ew, he brought the Valka thread with him. That's upsetting. That's very, very upsetting. Apparently he's got a liquor flask. I like him already. I like alcohol. Alcohol's pretty cool. I'm not so sold on Spar right now. He seems like kind of a... He's nice to have around if you're killing stuff, and he's adjacent to other stuff because he gives you free willpower. And technically that could be a really, really powerful ability, but it comes at the cost of him not being that great of a combatant. And so instead of Mogan, let's bring... I don't know, Bercy. Yeah, that's just the Viking version of Percy in case you were wondering. Sounds good to me, though. I'd like to bring... Oh, Ollie's already in. Okay, so we've already got Ollie. I could probably level up Bercy, but it's going to cost me. Yeah, let's do it. We'll get renowned for this fight, too. And that'll allow me to make him a little bit better. He's got, like, really bad willpower, too, so his stats otherwise are okay. But if we could get his willpower up a little bit, I think we'd stand a better chance of him being more effective. Willpower is really important in this game. Like, seriously, it's a great stat. It allows you to end fights really, really quickly if you just spam the shit out of it. You might have noticed that I use that strategy pretty heavily. Alright, so we're going to need to break some walls. So I need anybody that can break walls up close, and other than that, that looks alright. What does Cull the Weak do? Killing Blow grants an extra turn. Oh, that's pretty good. I think he's going to hit my own guy, though. I think. Like, I don't know if he hits everything that's adjacent to him or how that works. Attacks twice, fast as directed, and then a random adjacent target, friend or foe. It's a 50-50. Let's roll the dice. Yeah! I love it when I roll the dice and win. That's my favorite. Clear these fan barricades. They're in the way. They make me sad. Woo! Dude, he deflected an arrow out of the air with his knife. This is V for Vendetta? Jesus. That was amazing. That might have been my favorite thing that's ever happened. He deflected a bullet out of the air with a knife and was just like, nah, we're not doing that today. Absolutely not. We gotta break this barricade, so unfortunately I ain't got much of a choice here. But if we can break this line, it'll put us in much better shape. I also need to keep that clear. And I want people to not be adjacent to him because he's kind of terrifying. Did he not break that debris right there? Does that still need to be broken? I was going to say, I thought it kind of looked like it might still need to be broken. Maybe... Ew, I want her to go right here, but it's not working. That's sad. What does this do? Champion. Strength damage is deducted from armor first. Champion shield made and adjacent allies take half damage from attacks. That's not going to help out that much right now. Alright, hold position. That was a reasonably smart move. Definitely gonna have to do some siege busting, but I think we have an opportunity here. No, don't do that. Break that barricade, please. Although he's adjacent, I could have him whirlwind and wipe out all this shit. Is he adjacent? I think he is. I think it should, if I do this barricade, it should get these two, because it says 2 adjacent clockwise. But it says adjacent, not diagonal. I don't know, do that one right there. He's diagonal, so technically I don't think it should get him. That was fantastic. Couldn't have hoped for better. Couldn't have hoped for better. Actually, go for the strength damage, I guess. I can move him to right there, but then he's got adjacency with our own troop, and he might kill him. Not feeling that super hard as an option right now. Man, they're using willpower all day long on us, aren't they? Why can't he go right there? Oh, because he's in the way. Okay, that's fine. Sunder off a bit of that armor, please. Probably should have thrown axes, but I'm not good at using my opportunities well. I can put her right here, though, and that works out pretty solidly on that side. Combat ineffective. Now you gotta shoot my armor. This guy's gonna be adjacent. Well, maybe I don't want him to be adjacent. Maybe I'll just have him be like right here or something. I don't know. And then I can insult somebody. I'm gonna insult you, punk ass bitch with your braids. Get up out here with your fake ass ginger weave. Yeah, my hope was that was one of the rare opportunities where they'd allow you to take a double turn if you really wanted to. Oh, it does do diagonals. I'm just bad at video games. Yay! Murder! We're through the wall! It's time to kill a bunch of women, apparently. I would, like, really prefer not to lose. I mean, I may have to. It may not be an option. What was his ability? Cull the weak? Oh, I needed one. I think it was one more damage that I needed. Alright, he's going to go down then. She's too strong, and unfortunately, she's standing her ground pretty good. With an 80%, I figure we probably wouldn't miss that one. So what happens is that their armor exceeds the amount of strength that you have. It makes it so that it lowers your hit chance. I'm going to move him to here, and we're going to try and whirlwind them down if we can. So keeping people out of the way might be a wise idea. Actually, let's get her strength down too while we're on the subject. There we go, perfect. I don't know, we're attacking a defended position. I was assuming we were going to take some losses, especially since we had such a cramped deployment phase over here. This is probably one of those fights where you don't want to bring quite as many of the VAR along with you, but they're just so good. They're just so good. That old man's really good at taking arrows to the face. Like, really, really, really good at taking arrows to the face. A life hard-lived of taking arrows to the face. Max out. And down they go. And that's why we bring Warhawks. Warhawks are really, really good. I'm getting my supplies. We're starving to death right now. It's desperation mode out here. We gotta do what we gotta do. Plus, they shot an arrow at me first. You kick down the last of the barricades to find a dozen or so remaining villagers huddled together. Some have bows, but no arrows. The others have thrown their blades to the ground. A man steps forward. I am Friedrich, the oldest of us. We have been fighting off all types from Ormsdaler for 2 weeks now, just trying to protect what's ours. He looks back at his people and says, "You won't find us begging for our lives." Folka pulls you aside and says they know how to pull a fight, or they know how to fight, so we'd be stronger if they joined us. You pull at your beard, or I can make them gather food for us. We're not going to kill you, but we're definitely taking what we need. If you're going to leave us with nothing, at least have the mercy to kill us quickly, Friedrich says. You stare at the defiant, defenseless man. Folka speaks up and says, take enough food for a day and leave, now. They grab some food and run away without pause. Yay, we got 4 days worth of food. We're not starving anymore. Spar, an old wanderer who joined the Ravens over half a century ago, points at the tents on the edge of the village. Looks like the merchants are still here. Maybe they were being forced to stick around. And we do have money. So there it is. 28 supplies for 20 renown. We don't really get a whole lot for it. Let's see, 1 renown gets 1 food, yeah. I mean, that puts us up to 14 days. I'll take 12 days worth. What do we have here? Pierced by a rusted nail, this figure feels wrong. Powerful, but wrong. -2 armor, Sperdreki Burr, the Ring of the Wolf. Protects from death unless your strength is 1. That's pretty damn good, actually. That's, like, solidly good. Like, really solidly good. I wonder if it'll allow you to be reduced to death, or if they have to, like, hit you with smaller attacks to get you. I bet it's the other one. So basically, it just gives you a second chance at staying alive. +1 strength resist. A gamble of art and war. Execute talent or EXE talent ranks. I don't know. +1 range distance. That leaves us with 7 renown. We've got 10 days worth of food, 12 days worth of food. Okay, good. So we got enough food to last a while for our next trek. I could be super careful about it, but I don't know. How many people are wounded right now out of curiosity? Probably enough. So 2 of my guys are out, but we can still field a full war party if we need to. I'd say let's buy enough food for 1 more day. 1 more day, 1 more rest. So there we go. Morale should go up and things should stay a little bit better for us. And then we'll probably take off from here. Alright, well, that all taken care of. We don't really have enough renown left. It's kind of, I feel stupid for sitting on renown because, like, you really should stock up whenever you go to one of these places. And just kind of, I'll give them 13 days worth of supplies and I'll ignore these. And hopefully by the time we get to the next spot, we will have enough to keep us trucking and buying some new stuff. And I have no doubt we're going to end up fighting fools. We leave the crows and the ravens behind us. Oh, look at that. There's a godstone up here on the hill. Yay, more godstone stuff. Tracks up ahead, a scout reports. Follow them a ways. Small camp, few blades, meat, mead, maybe more. Kill him and take everything. Just when I thought you'd gone soft, Folka says. Her flat tone gives no hint of joy or anger. Dozen ravens take off and return in a couple of hours, bloody but without injury. Cool. Pillage and plunder. I like how we have like an evil campaign right here where we can basically... I like how we have like an evil character now that we get to play where like pillaging, destroying, and taking everything that you want. There's like no downside to it. Like that's just what they're expected to do because they're bad people. That's why it's always fun to be evil characters. Remember the last time we saw this foul, eh, Blood Axe? Shut up. Think the ghost of this dead bird has forgiven you for that wing yet? Spar asks. The other ravens, including Folka, look from the broken stone to you in shock. Aye, the old man says. We were here nearly 40 years ago, same spot as now. Only a dozen of us left of the unkindness back then. Better men by twice than all of you. There's rumbling, but the ravens keep listening. We'd run a job for a man, Pfeffer or Finner or Finer or Fainer, more like. He says, spitting at the memory. He set us up to take the fall for some of his other deals gone bad. We got surrounded here, and this bear of a Varl loses his mind, grabs a tree, a whole tree, and just starts swinging. Spark starts coughing but recovers. Nearly killed us all, but old Irinx took a hit like no other, and there you have it. The excited ravens started asking you questions, but Spar is all too happy to answer. Let's inspect our damage. Others leave you alone as you near the giant stone, placing a hand on the broken wing. It was an accident. You know that. Shame and rage enter you in equal parts, along with the memories of Irinx and flight. You're the one who died, leaving nothing but this rock. you say, stomping the ground. A layer of ice shatters underfoot along with a wooden box, probably left as some token of faith to a dead god. Leaving anything behind for the dead is a waste, you say, immediately prying open the box and pocketing a small item within. The pipe plant. Hooray, we got pipe weed! We got some of that old Toby. Yup. So if our problems are too heavy to handle, we can just get nice and blazed. Viking blazed. Although I don't know if I would trust a berserker with a bong. Probably calm him down a little bit, though. Hit him with the weed of sundering. It will slow his mind. Cold creeps under cloaks and forces the ravens to huddle together as wind whips around you. Snow begins to blot out the worm-scale mountains in the distance, and you're forced to call for an early camp. Rising from your sleep, you begin pacing, occasionally drumming your fingers on the top of the large cart. A motion in camp draws your attention. Walking towards it, you hear groans and see Folka's shield rising and falling erratically among some furs. Humans, you snort, but the shield flips away, revealing a dredge grunt staring up at you. Stepping back, you bump into another. Looking around, the entire raven camp is a swarm of stone-armored bodies desperately reaching for you. When your axes lash out through nothing, you realize you were dreaming. An unexpected sadness swells in you, like you've let everybody down. A few of your ravens are watching you, smirking, but your growl makes them look away. You decide to walk the perimeter alone while everyone else slowly awakens. Well, we can go to the training camp. You can also rest, and we can take a look at our heroes. Our willpower is good. I think we've got enough morale right now to bump somebody up from level 3 to level 4 if we want to. He's still out for 2 more days. We've got loads of supplies, so I'll probably rest a bit too. Let's go ahead and take Ollie up a level. And also, what was that thing that I picked up? The pipe plant. 3 will on rest, 1 armor on rest, plus 1 will. That's really, really good. That's like solidly like, yeah. If you've got a character that's a heavy willpower spender, like somebody that breaks armor or anything like that. I mean, the problem is once you're engaged, it's hard to get out of combat in this game because there's no attacks of opportunity or anything like that. And so people can just follow you around, and so you can't create like a wall of attacks of opportunity or anything. I like his armor, by the way. He's got scale mail on. That's really, really cool. I like his hand tattoos as well. I am working on sleeves right now, and I am going to do my hands and my wrists and everything else, but it's just like, I don't know how this whole... I don't know. I'm trying to be pragmatic. I don't know how long this YouTube thing is going to last. And so I'm trying to make it such that maybe I'll go willpower and strength here. Yeah, that seems all right. It might be wiser to go with armor breakage though and strength. Yeah, let's do that. I want to get everybody to the point where they can at least break off 3 to 4 points of armor at a time, because one of the big issues I ran into in the first game is I just was really bad at sundering armor, and it got me into trouble. You can see already we're doing better in this gameplay than I did in the previous one because I can sunder armor faster, which allows me to end fights quicker. We're going to rest for a day. That should give us a chance. And the second day is about to roll over right here. And so if we get back on the road, I think everybody should be healed by the next time around. We can do a training battle, but I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just not me. I don't know what you get if you... I'm sure it's just for renown farming or whatever else. Here for another pissing match? Hole for your quartermaster asks, are you begging for me to show you how to really carve up some foes? What can you show me? Lots of neat little deadly tricks, Holfie says, walking into the large tent. Try to keep up. You're a berserk, and we're all impressed, Holfie says before spitting, but if you lose it out there in a fight and start killing your own, well, you're just a pain in the ass. So let's start with you and the shield maiden. You feel up to the challenge? Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a go. Then start swinging. Man, I'm swinging every weekend. You can't stop me. That's my life. I don't call it swinging. I call it Saturday. Oh, shit. So I need to kill 2 enemies with 1 attack. Use the champion to protect an ally from an attack. I'm thinking the little guys over here are the targets we want to go for. They've got shield wall, which is concerning, but not altogether insurmountable. I kind of lined that one up. It's okay. This guy will walk up and I'm sure it'll work out. Let's go ahead and soften this guy up for a kill. I have no idea what to do with Spar. Is it just coincidental that Spar is sparring right now? No, I think it's just coincidental. I don't think it's ironic. Isn't it ironic? That's like the worst song ever written, like no joke. That song is terrible. So last time it didn't bounce. So I would have to get it to kill the first guy. The second guy's got to be softened up. The problem is he hits so hard that he's one-shotting these little guys. I don't know. Setting this one up might be a challenge. Is there any way to just, like, bail on this fight? I was going to say, I don't think we're going to complete it now. I think those two are kind of defeat 3 enemies with Berserk. Apparently I got Berserk renowned, so that's pretty cool. They're like little mini achievements you can do. When you get the objectives done, it apparently makes you cooler. Yeah, I know how I can do that one right there. It's just you gotta set it up like just perfectly. And then sometimes he doesn't bounce from one target to the next, so you gotta guarantee the first hit kills the first guy, then bounces to the second. I don't like little things like that, like little challenge modes or whatever. I never play them in other games, so chances are we probably just won't do a lot of them here. I don't mean to be disappointing, but it's just like, it's not something that I've ever done in games or really care about. Like, I'm not gonna stress myself out about completing a task in a very, very specific way. That's why I like sandbox games. Around to hear you yelling, a harsh voice reaches your ears, followed by the laughter of several others. Your abrupt halt alerts Folka, who immediately signals the ravens to fan out and draw their weapons. Over the next rise, a group of 10 haggard fighters and a few varls surround a half-dozen peasants in a broken wagon. A woman spots you and shouts, "Help us!" but a punch to the stomach drops her to the snow. The fighters turn, ready to fight. I mean, it'd be a good renown farming exercise to fight somebody right now. I don't know. I'll give it a rest and I'll make the decision in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Banner Saga 2. I'm looking forward to playing the game with all of you. It's a very, very interesting game, very stressful game, a game in which you feel like you can do nothing right, and I think that's what they're going for. They want to make you feel really hopeless while you're playing the game, and I enjoy that factor about it, though I do sometimes get frustrated with it. I will see you all in the next episode. I hope you'll stop on by. I really, really do. I will see you all later. How do, everybody?